Well, we're just getting some breaking news here, actually. The Finance Ministry has just made an announcement that remember there were 34% tariffs on all US goods coming into China. That's now been increased to 84%.
In a recent BBC video report on the Sino-US trade friction, BBC's China correspondent Stephen McDonnell covers China's decision to impose additional tariffs on all US imports. He says the tax increase from 34% to 84% is a response to the US levying tariffs as high as 104% on Chinese goods. Generally, reports on such momentous international news spark diverse comments, with some for, some against, and some staying neutral on the issue. However, the comments on this particular video show a remarkable phenomenon. They are almost entirely one-sided, with the vast majority clearly supporting the Chinese government's retaliatory measures. We randomly picked 1,000 comments from the more than 20,000 and asked AI to do a sentiment analysis. The analysis says 64% supported China, 22% were neutral, 6% had unclear attitudes, and only a mere 8% supported the United States. If you look at the three most frequent sentiments, 28% of the comments expressed pride in China's stance or solidarity and support. 22% demonstrated anger at US President Donald Trump's policies or US trade practices. And 18% were concerned about the economic consequences of the trade war. These overwhelmingly supportive comments are not from Chinese netizens alone. Let's see what netizens from other countries are saying. The most popular comment was from a Canadian.
Canadian here. If you had have told me a year ago that one day I would be cheering on China and criticizing the US, I would have said you were insane. Yet here we are.
Canada being a neighbor and longtime close friend of the United States, Canadians feel the pain of betrayal deeply. The Japanese government quickly capitulated to Trump, but the Japanese are not convinced.
I am Japanese and I always was suspicious of China, but today I feel admiration for China. I'm happy that at least one Asian country stands up to Trump and his bullying.
Australian netizens expressed admiration for China.
I'm from Australia. Currently, China is the only country in the world that can withstand the pressure from the United States.
Indian netizens also stood up to support China.
I am from India. I'm so happy to see China standing up to American bullying. The USA is arrogant and needs to be taught a lesson.
There were also netizens from South Korea, Singapore, the United Kingdom, the Netherlands, too many to list, who overwhelmingly supported China. Let's look at the composition of this highly unified voice in the comment section. Many comments point to a common understanding. The US approach, especially its high-handed and rude stance on trade partners, makes netizens in many countries feel it is too hegemonic and too bullying.
I'm telling you, these countries are calling us up, kissing my ass. They are dying to make a deal. Please, please, sir, make a deal. I'll do anything. I'll do anything, sir.
Although their own governments may dare not speak out, choosing to keep silence or make concessions, this does not mean that the people don't have other thoughts in their minds. Seeing China directly retaliate with tariffs and other countermeasures, many feel as if the words they have held back for a long time been resoundingly spoken by someone else, releasing a long-held breath of resentment. Regarding China's 84% retaliatory tariffs, no one in the comments section criticized Beijing for breaking the rules. Instead, they were full of admiration. Behind this is the instinctive support for resisting bullying. You can't just bully others and think they will not fight back. This simple sense of justice transcends national borders. This hits a nerve in the global community. When one nation, no matter how powerful, shows a naked pursuit of self-interests, many countries harbor a deep-seated dissatisfaction with lopsided relationships. When a nation with enough resolve and strength rules out backing down, dares to say no, and even goes as far as kicking the bully in the rear, it becomes a powerful beacon of resistance. It vicariously enables people from countries who resent injustice but dare not speak out to stand up to the bully. So, China is like Nezha in the eyes of the world's citizens resisting a self-proclaimed overlord, It acts as the voice for countless netizens. It takes up the cudgels for nations, big and small, that possess the will but lack the power. It is hardly surprising, then, that there is widespread applause for the champion of the underdog. On February 22nd, at the White House Governor's Ball hosted by Trump, he specially arranged for the U.S. Army Choir to sing the song, "Do You Hear the People Sing?" from the 1980s musical version of Les Miserables. Did Trump himself hear the voices of the people of the world?